nicely there. We were talking about it as well earlier. You can imagine that Fury going to be making a couple of changes as a team, so going out with a bang is the goal.
Flawless.
Well, there's another flawless round and an opportunity for 2G now to work some of that bonus round magic. Open the strat book, turn to page 8, see what we have for our defense setups on Sunset. And see if you can do additional damage over to Sentinels. They've all bought the full armor apart from John, because they know that there's a
4-player stats on B. Is that what it said? They must have. And Sentinels look like they're going to be going straight into this one. This is going to be a bloody brawl that's going to be occurring out towards B main here. Already pings across the board. Here we go. Flash, stun, ricochets off. Zetter's trying to stop them in their tracks. Oh my god, there's a bullet to the dome, but still surviving. For now, Sentinels, the weather the storm, looking to see if they can push back and fight back. Zekken is the one to lead that charge with the rest of his team off to the side. Doing damage, blow for blow, but the trade's going away as Sentinels.
Zekken's been so fun to watch recently. I was looking back at the game from last week and how much he was tearing EG apart on Corrode. John finishes off LZ, and that's, you know, I guess from both sides it's all right. Sentinels managed to clean up. It looks pretty decisive from them, but there was a little bit of economical damage done. It wasn't, you know, the world's worst bonus in the world there from 2G, but that control over towards B main did get dismantled pretty easily.
Yeah, just a cheeky idea by 2G. See if they can find them nice and early, but
he is the first kill per round leader in stage 2.
Right, Zekken. Yeah, and the desk was kind of alluding to this as like the best he's ever played ever. He's definitely had high peaks in the past as a young player. One of the most promising that we've had in America's basically since its inception, and even before it. You know, before the partnerships.
I think honestly, if there was a draft system in Americas, I think Zekken would be my first pick.
Yeah, and also in the NBA. Based on how he's been playing.
Yeah, he's got hot.
We've seen those clips. We've seen those clips. 3 points from the half court. Sentinels are going to be getting this one though. There's no pushback. 2G happy to give it.
No, not really any resistance here, is there? Drone coming out to try to clear. No spam though, onto Prize to cancel.
Stuns a ricochet, fault line, dodge into the corner here. Another paranoia, another flash doubled up altogether. Aftershock into the corners, a flank occurring. Might be playing a part in this one. Yeah, LZ can definitely do some damage potentially there, but Zekken still a threat, still a menace out towards the back of the site, but now very much alone. Him and Zelsis, side to side, snappy from Zelsis. Ult as earned, and that's a rolling thunder. Pushes them back and away. Spike and Gobera to do a lot from this spot here, but the fault line as well is going to be causing issues, and the damage done just earlier. It's going to be 2G limping back into that fight.
That's pretty brilliantly played by Zelsis. Love the decision making in that moment to just back up. He had the opportunity maybe to try to force another fight, but calm under pressure as the second half of the defuse is coming through, just rips that ultimate, pushes the player off, and that kill onto LZ, really, really important. So again, good awareness from Zelsis in that spot. Very easy to forget about your different win conditions in situations like that, but Zelsis is a very smart and also very experienced player.
Yeah, and Sentinels right now striking me as a team that are trying to get the most out of every single match they play. Even this one here, still trying to take it seriously, but this is a lovely play. I love it. Getting proactive and active indeed. 2G just trying to make the most of the round. On a week goodbye with the overdrive that was earned, but Spike's going to be gone, turned to dust. Gobera though, they might not anticipate this one. It's being cleared though now. Yeah, nobody spotted it.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But Gobera just sticking out there a little bit as he tries to tuck into the corner.
Yeah, continuing the point though, Sentinels are definitely feeling like a team that have, I don't know, almost been scorned this year, I suppose. They're a team that want to lift trophies.
Absolutely.
And they haven't done so yet. They know what it's like to do so from prior years, at least some of the players on this team.
And I think they had a lot of doubters at the start of the year when the project didn't get results immediately. Yeah. But they've built over the course of the year, and I think they're now in their, I think it's undeniable, they're in their best form that they ever have been with this roster.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're in a champs winning kind of form is very hard to tell within the bubble that they've been in. Because you look at the group that they're in, they've only really got they've only really got a G2 without Leaf and C9 to push them. And G2 did push them, but C9 kind of fell over.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until playoffs, but I like what I'm seeing. I don't think it's an overreaction to be very excited about Sentinels, but I do think it's a little too early to say anything decisive.
Yeah.
We have to wait until playoffs, and listen, if they stomp through the playoff bracket too, you can start getting really excited about Sen doing something. And it's been a little bit of a gloomy time for America's fans.
Yeah, if you're an America's believer.
Yeah, they, you know, ever since the fabled Bangkok final, things have been a little tragic out here, but there's still good talent within the region.
Yeah, that was what we saw earlier. And I love that we pulled a replay of that too, because I was like, yep, that was second. That was second who did that.
Yeah.
Slow turn.
My first pick in the Americas draft. We're turning into EMEA with those kind of replays.
I know. Listen, gotta have fun with it.
Got the players on blast. Trap play set up over here towards B for 2G. I mean, if Zekken was the player that activated this trap, though, he's just going to be able to get away from it. You're hoping to catch somebody like John, for example. But Zekken's got that maneuverability. He is walking in there, though.
Yeah. Banger just choose the time to strike. Based off the timing of the trip being broken in through market, 2G. Even it out.
Yeah, 2 for 2 is actually not that bad for 2G.
Oh, Gabera. Oh, Gabera. Oh, Gabera. Oh, Gabera. Oh, Gabera. Still gets the one.
Gets the one, gets information about where the spike is. Bang with the ult, able to retrieve that at any point.
Okay, well that's going to, pull back over towards A.
I mean, we can see that it was safe for Narrate to go and get that, but...
That's not good, is it? That's not ideal.
Thought the Omen ultimate was to commit to B.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I mean, LZ's really out in the open there, throwing his utility.
Yeah, he is. Not why I did.
Silence, though. Top-rated player on 2G for stage 2.
The 1v2. Might even get himself a little bit of a 1v1 out here. Narrate is holding this at a slight off angle.
His form's been great, though.
Around, though. Unsure of which way to look, Narrate. As you mentioned, though, his form has been top of the line, honestly.
Yeah, and that's another part to this Sentinel story, is that the integration of Narrate, I think, was probably the key thing for them to try to adjust. Because at the start, you saw a lot of like mental frustration issues, I think, inability to perform on the stage in a more supportive role, and they've swapped up quite a lot, right? Like they now have John playing Sentinel, Zelsis is playing more of the like supportive initiator stuff, and it actually has activated Narrate to get more aggressive, to get his gun out more often, to get active around the map, to be rotating, to support people with his rifle and his util, playing a lot of Fade. And I think it's a very nice look for him.
Yeah, he's been very impressive as a player. I mean, playing the more supportive roles like a Fade as well, it's hard to get involved in the fights, I think.
I think it's a lot easier than the Breach that he was playing earlier on.
Sure. Yeah, Breach are going to be miles away.
I mean, you really can play Fade as an aggro, util dump, like swing people.
But I'm thinking about typically you start your default off, you're throwing a lineup from somewhere, your job is to just hold some space.
Yeah.
You're throwing some long range, haunt some eye that's going to be landing somewhere that nobody knows about.
It's the mid-round, really, where you can properly get involved.
And he does get involved with his position. He's often trying to put himself up to square up and take a lot of fights, often winning them.
Yeah, because I think, again, there was a gap in this roster when Tens retired of somebody else that was going to go in with Zekken and get aggressive. And Bang is great at anchoring. You don't see him play as aggro as Tens did. I don't think that's a fault with Bang, by the way. That's just a stylistic difference. But yeah, it kind of opened a gap that Narrator's filled really nicely in stage 2.
Sentinel's grouping up.
Interesting trip here from Silence in B main. Not one that you see many people go for.
It's aggro.
Yeah, it just gets a little bit earlier information so that 2G could get the rotates coming through and try to flood defend B, presumably. But Sen walk all the way up to it and they're going to try to pop.
There's a Nightfall. Now, 2G is stacking with a lot of bodies. He'll be ready here again. That stun, I'm not sure where that exactly went. 2G, Spike's trying to get himself involved into the fight with that Hunter's Fury as well. See if he can flood and push these players out of action. Sentinel's just trying to barely hold on. The rate is twisting, twirling, trying to find the heads and trying to pop them in the process. With that rifle in hand, he's got his teammates back with his help. Shorty! That's close quarters. This guy is carving out a path to victory almost single-handedly. Trying to ice on his fights again. He can't be doing this. Can't be getting away with this. On 5 HP. Barely alive. Wounded as anything. 2G play it disciplined. Left. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder. They do not want to let this chance slip away from them.
He is so weak. It almost feels impossible.
Already holding for it. Has to be a possibility, and yeah. They do have their sights set on towards Market, so 2G only trailing behind by the 1 round.
Yeah, and you know what? That was a pretty nice setup too. SEN did the best that they could by walking right up to the trip and popping, giving as little time as possible for 2G to react, but the flood was still there. Breach stun, Sova ultimate, and then the scaling was aggressive. They put a lot of pressure on. You saw Narrate twisting and turning because he wondered if players were coming from Market. They had to be worried about that.
It's that energy.
I mean, yeah, it's great energy. So we won't make a comment about it being late in the season for it, but it's good energy.
Like I said, this is an advertisement for what you can potentially do, but
exactly.
Just the one flash to set Spike up, he's immediately gone straight to the grave.
It's part of your portfolio for 2026.
It is. You'll be seeing some like LFT posts on Twitter or whatever from these players, including the clip of you winning a 5 versus second.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It's entirely possible.
Though, and there's a lot that there is pride on the line for these players. The Sentinels are just all over the place.
I mean, this round they've destroyed them. As Silence went down instantly over towards A, trying to control that area of the map, and Zekken off camera ripping an entry on B straight through onto Silence, who was trying to hold space. And then obviously the lurk play comes through properly as well. This is one of those rounds where everything works for SEN. Just a GG go next if you think about it from 2G's perspective. We'd have to see the replay of it from Silence's point of view, but got to imagine that was a vintage Zekken moment.
The Hunter's on for this gun. 33 health. Not much of a chance there. He's been committing a bit of util just to make sure they secure up that kill.
Yeah, that's going to hurt the 2G economy. Going to let SEN fully in control of this attack side. Take a look at the replay. Dodge of the flash.
Yep.
And then Silence.
Okay.
That's
not clean on either side.
No, I mean, I got to be honest, because it happened off cam, I was kind of giving a bit more respect to Silence there, that he had taken a proper engagement, but he just walked out with util in his hand, straight into the sideline. So that's
can't be forgetting the basics.
That's no good.
It's not going to look good on the resume.
No. Well, you don't put that on the resume, do you?
No, you don't. You
when the interviewer asks what's your biggest weakness, you don't show him that.
No, you don't.
No, I'm actually.
You puff up your chest and you lie ethically.
Yeah, I'm actually a perfectionist. That's my biggest weakness. Just try to make sure that every strat is run exactly perfectly.
I don't think you're supposed to say that in interviews.
No, but that's the classic thing. That
it is the classic thing, but I don't think you're supposed to say it. It's just too cliche at this point.
Yeah. I mean, mate, when was the last time you did a job interview? Don't start telling people how you cannot be given that.
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm no better than a trust fund child. It's just, I mean, I've been in esports too long.
He's out of touch.
Okay. I mean, it's systematic by SEN. Gonna be dissected. Honestly, fair play.
I was rooting for Spike on that one.
I really was.
The movement was so nice.
It was looking clean. Just a couple of more pellets, maybe he gets a kill there, but.
Rise around the corner, shut down.
Okay. And Silence still kicking. Still kicking. Pushing back. Rifle obtained. He's got the ult online. Was even considering it, but thinks twice. Doubled up.
Oh, and John is weak.
I'm interested. Looking forward to this one now. The ult's going to be pointing out exactly where John could be playing from as well. Now getting a bit of a move on. Guns out, and with that second peek, just tried to take the timing as the neural theft was online. Sentinels though, John saying, let's wrap this up.
John shutting it down, but it was dangerous there.
It was dangerous.
I'm wondering a little bit why Silence was rifling through so many different pieces of his arsenal towards the end.
That's going to look great. on the looking for team fight.
Yeah, you just cut it right before the
Exactly.
end. Yeah.
Don't ask why it ends at a 4K. Never ask why the clip ends.
Well, I mean,
At a
you just
4K.
shit on us.
Yeah, he
I mean,
did.
He did.
He did.
That's the thing. He's got skill. Like you can tell with these guys on 2G that there are skilled players. We've seen some nasty clips coming out from LZ as well earlier on in the year, like before when they were playing with Zap and stuff before Spike arrived. Spike's clearly super talented, and Silence will give you
sure.
some great rounds
And
too.
Listen, a deranged man once said, "You get shot, you die." And that's the
is-
game. But the game's
Yeah.
evolved. To be
the
honest,
game has evolved
The
a
game's
bit.
evolved. Unfortunately, shooting just isn't enough these days to be a top team.
Yeah,
You
we
need
have
to be.
a lot of teams with shooters.
Yeah, it's almost just a bare minimum at this point. You kind of need to be more than the sum of your parts these days to compete in Tier 1. And yeah, 2G just never really had a chance to put it together.
I can't believe your philosophy has changed so drastically.
It's
over the years.
insane how
He's now the
passage of
utility
time-
wine swirling.
Yeah,
guy.
so I'm swirling my wine.
Big util dump here
I
onto
prefer a
B.
more strategic game than Valorant. That's not ideal. Every single time missing the one portion of the trip second. Oh my! Twists and turns and glide to the side. 2G though, steal away around.
And another good flood defense actually from 2G. They
Yeah.
avoid both of the ultimates that were coming out. Double initiator ult used from Sentinels. 2G play full offsite, flood back in, and it's quite similar to the previous round where Prize used his ultimate. They clearly have a good idea of how they want to fight on B in these kind of moments.
Yeah, the flood defense
Now,
on B's been.
should there
looking out.
potentially be another person behind second there to get the trade? Yeah. I do think it feels a bit like Sen are taking their foot off the pedal slightly.
Slapdash. You know, as much as we were crediting them, no, they're taking every single game seriously. Well,
Yeah, well
maybe not this one.
this one, it does feel a little less like that at the moment, but I would imagine they'll lock back in for the next half at the very least. Wall used early there from Zekken, threatening like they could be taking some A control, and an interesting spot from Spike.
Yeah, phone line's being held actually for his contact, I think, off the market player. Spike will be able to just leap on the chance to potentially get some kills.
Interesting that that flash from Zelsis didn't proc the trap play. I would have expected that to be
There
a
it
go
is,
zone.
thrown. Surely now's the time to go. Still being held?
Yeah, apparently not. They really want confirmation. I think they're playing off Prize's contact on market.
In market.
I thought they would be playing off a noise cue there. But I mean, it would have been wrong to do so because nobody from Sentinels actually scaled off the back of the flash.
And now all those players deeply ingrained in mid, getting all constant information as we hit the 50-second mark. So they are surrounding Sentinels.
Yeah, they've got great positioning. They have a breach ultimate to work with here as well. Double players on the flank retake. Looks nice for 2G.
Yeah, rolling thunder. Trying to set these players up again. That's going to be scattering. Two of them straight up into the sky. Spike happy to dismiss, happy to dismantle, but still he will be falling and no one was ready for bang. Slightest of off angles onto the corner, and these players are starting to flood their way back in, but it's tiptoeing, tepid at best. Looking for a way to try and win out these fights. Gobera does take his own, and Zekken is turning left, right, 90 degrees onto the angle, but he's the last one left, and he's got too much to cover. So 2G getting really proactive, pushing out deep into the mid round, and making it quite easy for themselves in the retakes.
Yeah, that was lovely. That was a really nice round from 2G. They've got a clear trap play set up in mid. They don't activate it too early. And then once they get two players on the flank, they have very clear setups. I mean, look at that. Breach ultimate into the recon dart. And despite Bang's shenanigans teleporting around in elbow, the rest of the team is just able to clean up from that spot. They are hyped.
They are
It's
hyped.
5-6. I mean, they are putting together a competitive game
Because
here.
again, they're taking down a top dog currently in their group. As much as Sen are kind of messing around, at some point they're going to get
Well, I
a bit of
think-
a wake-up call.
To be honest, I think it was only that one round as well where it felt a bit wonky for them.
Yeah.
On round 10. The rest of the time, Sen do look like they've been playing pretty solidly.
Jump spot, contact plays. Same play, run it back. They didn't trigger it, so they don't know about it. And Spike is going to be catching contact here off to the corner. Zekken is rapid on it.
Too fast.
Yeah, just the aim, just in time, and he's already skipping all the way forwards. Forwards into your face with the shorty. That's just made a pile of mincemeat. They're now looking for a little bit more with that overdrive. Contacting, just walking up. Wants to cut away the sound cues as well. A bit of pressure happening, but was hoping that somebody would walk into that sight line. Now, full sight control is theirs. Plant's going to be going down without too many problems. Let's see how 2G handle this one. just a few players down. Silence has actually managed to get that pick.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, Celsius would have had a great supporting position, and now John's the target.
Flash, dodge, John trying to survive. There's a swing to supplement and help him survive. In the end, though, Gobert is the last one left, weakened up, being held just the slightest of pixel angle. Zekken crouched up, ready to pounce, and that's a half of Valorant.
It is a half of Valorant.
Didn't feel like it.
Sentinels with a lead. It was pretty fast-paced, actually, to be honest. Zekken up towards 14 kills, Narrate right there with him as well. Both of the big fragging players recently for Sentinels turning up. And yet 2G actually giving some serious resistance. Their B retakes, their flood defenses looked nice. They had that really nice round with the A set retake as well. So they got chances here on their map pick.
Yeah, doing some real damage for that first half. We'll see if they can keep that one going as well. Keep the passion there for 2G.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Just trailing by 2 rounds against Sentinel's squad that's only dropped 1 map this entire stage.
And on a 7-map win streak as well, since beating G2. So this would be a pretty big map victory to be able to take away here for 2G. It's one that they've got chances of being able to win. Especially if they're able to take away double pistol. That is always massive. And this, their best opportunity in the series to be able to take a map. Sunset, one of 2G's best. A map where Spike always has a lot of success. And they've found a B site with basically nobody home.
Yeah. No trips to catch a contact on this one. It's just Zekken. He's going to be watching for it. Market door going to be broken as well. Smoke to replace it. Zekken sees it. Signs of life. He's going to play for his own here. Just backing away, hoping that the rest of his team can get here in time.
It's very strange when you see the Neon in a far back anchor position for B site. It's, I don't know what 2G would really be reading into this. Oh, silence though.
Yeah, here's it. It's a scurry of footsteps here, looking for the shots. Narrate is the one to lead the charge and take the hit clean off. Silence gone. Zekken fully just really pushed out of the action, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think that's a really smart thing as well. He's always going to be able to slide back in with a stun if needed.
Spike, just a stun to try and slow down the approach. It is systematic again from Sentinels. They are just dissecting this site up slowly, trying to piece it all together. Hold on, that smoke covering him. Zekken's going for it. So flash into your face and a stun on top of it. A lot of util going to be used, compounded upon one another. 2G though are the ones in charge, in control, almost entirely here. And they are spawning out bang in the final few moments, but yeah, it's just a slight lament at the end. That's a pistol round for 2G. You can see how much it means for them.
Yeah, all laughs, all giggles about that one. They lost somebody inside the smoke. But I mean, the attempt from Zekken to get on that defuse is amusing as well. The smoke just tells you exactly...
Yeah, it's optimistic, isn't it?
...where the diffuser is, because it only covers you if you're in one very specific spot. And they are popping off about that one.
And have fun with it.
Well, double pistol though for 2G.
Yeah.
I mean, this now makes it a seriously winnable map for them. SEN going for a very similar setup again here, actually. Just stacking the A site with 4 players. This time John over towards B, which was, it's a bit more standard, rather than having your Neon on the opposite side of the map. But I don't think John's going to be able to put up too much resistance this round. That's not really his job, his goal.
Hanging all the way back. 2G not willing to overstep into any potential traps.
No, they're worried about things.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a pretty good idea that Sentinels went for an A stack in the previous round because they met no resistance on B. So now they're wondering, wait, have they really done it again?
Standing ahead.
Down in the back's going to be confirming.
Yeah, okay, nobody home.
Okay.
Alright, so try to get that advantage, that snowball going. See if you can build up to Gobera's ultimate.
Spike planted.
Sentinels now all grouped up now for retake. Not too much in terms of util to really be using, nor the weaponry. Working with barely just the classic. Silence is the one who's playing in the more aggro position here. The stuns ricocheting on either side here to connect. And the horn, only barely dealt with here. Plays towards the back. That Bulldog has to be sharp. Spike just claiming 2, but it's still the smoke to play in and out, weaving through. Gobera is the one to seal it up.
And those 2 kills for Gobera are really good for 2G. It gets him, again, closer to his ultimate. They prioritize the plant onto him. And then with those 2 extra kills, he's only a few away from being able to get a breach ult online really early in this half. And he's off his feet. Off his feet, off his chair.
Off his chair, slightly.
I mean, he's not flying.
He's testing the quads.
He was flapping his arms like he was trying to fly. But 2G yet to attain that power.
Want to do a bit of damage, potentially take a round here on the bonus.
If this does go into B, it's an interesting trap setup from John. Definitely one way you can catch people, but normally you would want to play from market in order to punish it.
Celsius lets it loose there with a fault line. And like you said, no one from market to be able to punish or make a play off the back of it. The cage is going to be dissipating, stuns ricocheting, and it's Spike just looking to try and take a bit of positioning out towards market. Slowly, piece by piece, trying to get a bit of a plan going down now. There's no pushback from Sentinels, still holding on to the back of the site.
This play from Spike, if he finds this timing.
Oh, he's found the slightest one, but again, that door's going to be closed behind him. He doesn't really have an exit strategy in through mid. He's going to be cleared out by both of these players while the rest of the push comes through. Sentinels trying to make a go of things now. Sidestepping, Gobera just needs to land his shots in a spot like that, but the rate swiftly handles him. Close quarters combat from Price is going to be tight. Silence! Where's he pulling this one from? Bang! In the blink of an eye, he's left alone to do it all, and they're sighted! That's a 4-piece! I gotta see those shots from his POV.
I think he got a kill out on somebody as well.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, he has got to be feeling good about that one. Sheriff in hand on the bonus round. Gotta see this replay. Oh! Zelsis and John hit the floor, but then also being able to pick up Narrate and bang in the round for a 4K is huge.
That's nice. That is nice.
2G are getting the site way too easily, by the way, here. From a macro perspective, not super happy with what SEN are up to. They weren't able to flush out the lurker. Spike Scene stayed alive for so long and just kind of delayed them in mid that SEN realized they had to go fast on the retake, and 2G were ready for it, happy with it. Still had market control, still had a lurker in mid, full B main control. Positionally, they played that round a lot better than SEN did.
My ult's ready.
Sentinels themselves holding for a bit of a trap play through mid with that fault line, but no one's going to be home from 2G. They've just pretty early on take control towards an elbow.
SEN on this map are really confident in their retake style, but I don't think you should really be playing it constantly like that. The little backwards dash there.
And Racer's trying to get ahead of the fault line, I think, as well. Bang. It's the round to take risks if you are Sentinels. We'll see if they make some adjustments, corrections, I think, like you said, to the macro, because they aren't given a ton of space.
Yeah, they're giving so much room. They're sometimes playing a bit of a trap play over towards A, or fighting, you know, with... We've seen them do the 4-player stack on it, but they aren't really putting any resistance in B main, or even on the B lines, or even punishing people for getting up mid.
Yeah.
They're giving a lot of the map up and playing very heavy for retake, and I think you do have to be a bit more selective on when you play retake and when you don't. and also where you play retake. I mean, from the look of it, 2G are focused pretty heavily on going B in a lot of these rounds, where the rifles are up at least, right? A lot of teams will have, you know, pretty basic strategy of when we have rifles, let's go in one direction. When we're on an anti-eco, we'll go in another. It feels a little bit like that at the moment from 2G.
Yeah, keeping the plan that's simple, but dealing some heavy damage to Sentinels in the process.
And Zeken's going to take the opportunity to pick up an operator here. So this is definitely something that you can put on the opposite side of the map to the stack. And Zeken's going to take it on a more passive position over towards B. So they're still playing B for retake, but it's more like Zeken gets a pick and then they're able to play a player advantage retake.
Similar util here, Hunter's Fury, hold on, going to be used to try and send this one forwards. That prize was hesitating almost, like regretted kind of letting it loose. Oh my goodness! A lot of damage done to Spike. Someone's going down a bit of friendly fire there, but 2G slowly vacuuming up the space here. Bang is isolated. It's cut up into the corner now with that stun inside, and now as that net closes, it will take away his life. So Zeken and John forced to try and play this one to the retake. These exits and side takes, I mean, you make the adjustment, you put Zeken with the operator over towards B, but then you're essentially still giving them A main for free. There's no pushback, is there?
Yeah, A main was completely for free there. I think they were playing to retake or refight through elbow maybe, but just got overwhelmed by the Sova ult. They also lost two really crucial duels. I mean, 2G entering with Spike and jumping around in mid-air to be able to find the kill onto Narrate. I think most of the time Narrate should be good for that one. I think he'll be a little bit disappointed he wasn't able to shut down the Neon. And then Zelsis also getting diffed.
Sure.
So, two important critical duels going the way of 2G, and they're actually now in a spot where you would say they're like a slam dunk to be able to take this map away.
Should be. The economy is going to be hurting for Sentinels.
Now, also, Brent, I don't want to put this on our radar before it happens, but Zelsis is one death away from par.
Oh, I see.
So
that's where you're going with it.
I mean, round 18 is an important one.
It's a really important one, actually. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Keep an eye on this one.
Yeah. In fact, we just watched Zelsis' POV this whole game, this whole round. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on his shoulders, but why not?
I mean,
we have that ability. We have that kind of power.
We do have that. Well, we don't have that power. The observers have that power.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Kaplan's going to be giving Zelsis a pep talk here. Don't worry, your assists are really good.
No, it's fine. It's fine, guys. Don't worry.
No, I mean, actually, they have been.
Fine.
The defense side here is looking weak. Yeah. This isn't so much a case of like SEN goofing around or trying something super different.
What's the difference in vibes from one team to the next?
It is. I mean, that's
just SEN look like they're being scolded by the teacher.
Well, they probably are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kaplan is probably telling them like, "What the hell are you guys doing?
What are we doing? Too much space being given up.
Way too much respect being given to 2G, and not enough counter utility being used as they take either exec space or go into the sites. Way too much utility being saved for retakes that aren't working because you just don't have the map control to be able to get them flooded. So at the moment, yeah, some adjustments need to be made, but also the amusing part is that again the match outcome actually doesn't matter that much. So you see 2G all smiles, like super good.
It's off.
No pressure.
They're thinking about dinner plans later.
But again, there is no pressure for SEN either. But like they hold themselves to
a higher standard.
A high standard.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
And so yeah, that's the difference in the vibes you're seeing on stage there.
They expect perfection. Their fans expect perfection.
Well, it is a big change up in terms of the defensive positions. So putting the paranoia and the stun over towards the B defense here. And having Zeken kind of hold the A line with his off. Not the most aggressive A line you could be on, but still a pretty good one for the Neon. You can certainly grab one here and then back.
Got the right read on it.
Yeah, they do. That's a really nice smoke and drone play because it's going to have to pull Narrate towards Zeken. Zeken can't really hold this area on his own anymore. And 2G don't have to put bodies behind it because it's really difficult for SEN to disrespect that smoke and drone. But, unfortunately, 2G are also calling to go back into the stacked strong side.
Yeah, and the horn re-clear through A, so...
and now Narrate's going to be coming.
That doesn't get broken. Rolling thunder though, could be the time to strike. But it is night. Here it is, SEN flying forwards here. Quick evacuation, everybody out, but not fast enough there. Zelsis has gone. Wait a minute. That was round 18.
Oh,
that was a death.
Oh, that was the.
Oh, no. All good.
It's fine as long as Sen win the round, okay? Zelsis gave his life for Spike.
Because it's about winning.
He pied for a good cause.
For a good cause, as long as they win the round, right? But 2G are in prime position now. There's a Paranoid that's going to be sweeping his way through, cutting it up on either side. Used pound for pound. Silence! Okay.
He's on it today.
He is on it, and the stun doesn't even connect onto him. This guy is still free range, allowed to see if he can do any more damage, but finally Narrate is going to be taking him out, pushing forwards, pressing the advantage. He's feeling heated up, and he wants to try and make them hurt exactly when they're holding through the main angle here. Zekin just defusing, already onto the half, and wow, what a shot to find. Time is of the essence there, cutting it onto tiny margins.
Took everything though, didn't it? From Narrate and Zekin. They had to go bonkers to make that retake work. Credit to Silence for getting so much value on the other side of things. Retake's going to be more difficult when when Zelsis dies, because his utility often crucial, but really good decision making from Narrate here to swing forwards. LZ shouldn't have given up his life that easily because there was an aftershock on the spike, so he should have just been hiding there and playing the crossfire, but small mistake from 2G, and Narrate just kind of barrels forwards into main. Kaplan not too unhappy with the outcome of that round. It was a win at the end of the day. Still close though.
Still close. Just 2 rounds trailing.
Zekin with the AWP. Goes back over towards B. But they don't just have Zekin's AWP here now.
This is a heavy presence, really. Look at this. Even Zelsis is like, okay, well, I'm going to get rid of this. Where the hell is it?
Whoa. I mean, you're just sticking your booty out
there's
into
no
B
real
main.
plan there. It's just like, well, I know I need to remove the cam.
I mean, they're going to take bites out of your cake if you wiggle it like that in B main looking for the cam. That's...
They really did just use him like bait on the end of a stick. He's just alone, he has no support.
But I mean, yeah. Zekin shifts over to a different sight line here. Still looking for that entry as they enter the site.
Bottom line's good though. Forces Zekin off and away here with a flash and a dart. A little bit disjointed though in terms of the execution, so not enough to try and push them back and away here. Side to the pillar, it's going to be calmed out. Spike needs some assistance now, but the rest of his team trying to at least, let's see if he can pull these Sentinels players away from it. They're overwhelming though, swarming through the back, and the aftershock as well pushes back the plant. There's no real chance now for 2G. It's all gone to pot. Silence. And LZ left wondering, okay, well, one away from the ult. Is the 14, 15 seconds left? Yeah, there's no real chance.
There's no time here.
No time.
Maybe if there was more time on the clock, LZ would be able to go and take an ult orb and possibly pick up the spike, but that's not going to happen. And as much as we were, joking about Zelsis pieing in this game, he actually wins them that round with that fault line that he threw from backside. He throws down a stun that separates Spike from all of the rest of the team. So while Spike got through onto site, nobody else could follow up. And then he's able to isolate the kill onto Spike, playing around the pillar really nicely, and then wait for reinforcements as the rest of SEN go for the retake. And the retake works this time because they control backside. Yeah, that's his noise whenever he throws a fault line. Give me an impression of that. That's pretty good.
He just let out a squeak.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, good comms. Good comms, everybody. Play comms though. Don't take this one seriously. 2G are taking a timeout.
2G look like they're taking things a little more seriously.
Yeah.
Not so many giggles after losing 2 rounds here. Kaplan's timeout really being effective in terms of swapping around their defensive setups. To be honest, not necessarily fighting for B or A main control as much, but using the operator on the opposite side of the map to where Zelsis and Bang would be using Stun or Paranoia to stop the site hit coming through. So throwing good counter utility, which is something that I said earlier they weren't doing enough of. You've got to, just one piece of util, even if it's just the fault line, actually made such a difference to that hit, instead of just giving them the site completely for free. It meant that there was only 1 player from 2G on B instead of 5.
On the backside of that timeout, the one area that really hasn't been explored that much is mid, the 2G. Sentinels are trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah, Zekin's already there. He will have a potential angle over towards the elbow.
Util's going to be held though. Zelsis Taking this one down here with the overdrive up through mid. Oh, how are you going to be operating against this one? Yeah, gliding and sliding to the side. Spike has already taken out 2 of them. Looking for the 3rd. That's a stunner. That is beautiful connections. This guy lights out right now. Putting on a star player performance and just catching all sorts of stragglers. Bang. Last one alive now for the Sentinel squad. Still playing like he means it. Pops down to util, trying to weave in and out, trying to ISO those fights, and he's done it to a degree. Still, it's going to be lit up here with a tag, and Spike was waiting with open arms to punish.
What a round from Spike. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that people were excited to see from this team. When they ascended, when it got to, I mean, off the top of my head, can't remember his birthday, but, you know, July 2nd or whatever it was, where he was able to play. That's the kind of thing that you're excited to see from him after this team won Ascension.
Oh, another timeout.
Yeah, another timeout. Kaplan using the 2nd one in this game. A 2-round lead for 2G. And worried maybe about the way that Spike was just able to straight up run through mid there.
Vibes seem to be in the bin.
I mean, hard to tell the difference between serious, focused, and glum sometimes. Are you an armchair psychologist?
I can be when I'm casting, when I'm watching, when I'm co-streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like to
clearly
read into
Kaplan's
players a little
fidgeting
bit too
hands.
much. Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah. Narrate, touching his chin.
Yeah, hold on,
boom,
hands onto the
mentally.
faces.
Yeah.
No one really talking.
Oh.
Could be intent listening, but oh, Cuba,
glum.
glum mustache. When did he grow that? Not too sure.
Beaten up recently.
Beaten up a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's a little stress cube, isn't he?
He is for the Sentinel squad.
Like father,
What is it,
like
top
son.
gun? 5, 5, 13, 14? Counting. Perhaps. At this point, I'm just saying stuff.
Is it 5:05 somewhere in the world?
Is it 5:05 right now?
Yeah, I mean
It
PM.
is? Wait, that's the actual time?
PM it is, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Huh. How about
What
that?
is 12 hours away from where we are?
From where we are right now?
No idea.
We are like, isn't it GMT?
Ooh,
No, we're
no.
-9,
No,
so it would be plus 3 hours.
Oh,
What's plus
wow.
3 hours? Lithuania. Pulled that out of my ass, to be honest. I don't know if it's Lithuania. I'm guessing.
Listen, if you live 12 hours from us and that was the time where you are,
Yeah.
give us a comment on Twitch.
Let's know. Is it 5 a.m.?
I'm out of here.
If you're up at 5 a.m. watching this, you are a dedicated Americans fan.
You really are, yeah. You really are. You truly, truly are. Well, back at the timeout, we'll see if Sen can knuckle down.
It is risky to be holding this without somebody watching your top mid, but Cabrera's not going to get punished for it. Stun held, actually. 2G deciding to contact onto this line.
That was close.
To some degree. I mean, the Prowler detected that they were there, and they look like they might be about to walk into Zekken.
Yeah, and if they do walk into it, they're going to be punished. Feeling quite unhappy about the outcome of it. What a shot! Spike just crouches down into the angle. He's not done yet, is he?
I know
Wonder Kid just trying to take over this entire site single-handedly now. No real util to set those fights up, but they're going to be blinded up with the paranoia that does glide. Bangno being lit up from the side, and it is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. 2G, take it. It's an onslaught onto the side now, and these Sentinels players just have to drift back out, trying to keep hold of the guns.
Zekken.
Build up towards the next few ults.
Zekken, no money, though he does have his ult to be able to work with. Narrate, not very much money either. They could do with saving a couple of guns here, and 2G will
that an
want
angle?
to hunt.
First I'm seeing of it.
Great jumping angle.
Crazy. Yeah, okay, still spotting out these remaining players. Like you said, the guns need to be being attacked here for Sentinels, but that will not be the case. 12-9 for 2G. One more round.
3 chances to be able to close this out and deliver the first map loss for Sentinels in the last 7.
7 weeks.
7 weeks?
7 weeks. I don't know how time works, Josh.
7 maps, not 7
Sometimes
matches.
I do feel like we've been here for 7 weeks. 7 matches.
7 maps, bro.
7 maps?
7 maps.
Okay.
They've won 7
I'll
maps
get
in a
there
row.
eventually. I'll get there eventually. Yes. Me too, man. Me too. Me too. 7 matches would be 7 weeks, actually. So yeah, you're right. That would make sense.
Could
be. No, it is.
Well, it
based on the
depends if
format we've got.
Depends if they played a match.
Okay. Connection. Stuns abound.
That's big.
Carved out a bit of a spot there towards market. 2G have already got the advantage, and this is it.
This was all a fake as well, by the way. It has completely pulled Narrate and Zekken away from defending this A site.
2G not really speeding up on the back of it though. They don't know that they've got open access just yet, so Sentinels are trickling back in.
They've missed the timing a little bit, but now Zekken and Nure, because they gave up so much space, are worried. They can't just backfill it all instantly.
Yeah, well, they clear this corner diligently enough. Narrator spots it out, and he can't do a lot from that spot here with a stun ricocheting over. Drive stun is a great connection, and now there's just one player left to stand against it. This is Sentinels on the brink of losing this map. 2G came here to play. One last hurrah for them. That passion on display, already spotting out with the info. John doing backflips to finish up map number 1. That is a 13-9 finish. 2G. Very, very good performances from them. They're going to be smiling off that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a great way in their final game of the year in the Tier 1 level. That's a great way to start.
Yeah.
13-9, Spike having a banger of a performance. 300 ACS, had so many big rounds where he was getting, 3Ks, 4Ks, that kind of thing. And 2G looking clean on a map that we know that they're good at. Lots for SEN actually to go away and take a look at too, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe the kind of loss that you need heading into playoffs.
Exactly. Wondering, okay, got stuff to correct, stuff to fix really for Sunset. Sentinels are not too happy with that outcome, I think, because again, breaking that kind of record that they've been setting in.
Faith, you got the dub on your map pick. I know that this match overall is a very emotional one for you and the team. What's going through your head right now, and how do you keep the guys focused to make this last one here on VCT Americas a statement?
Well, we are like a really light team, so we try to make the environment as always like we do on the scrims and everything. So I'm really a positive guy, so this is why I'm trying to do with the guys. So that's what I'm doing.
And it's translating well, smiles across the board. I hope you can continue in that fashion. Thank you so much and best of luck.
All right, well, folks,
We got ourselves a series. Oh boy, I'm looking at the foldy sheet. Now here's the thing, nothing changes, okay? I just want to be, I'm sorry, the foldy sheet doesn't lie. Well, right now, I'm going to have to cross out the Sentinels 2-0, but outside of that, yeah, I mean, really, it's just good for either G2 or C9, depends. But that being said, pretty good for 2G. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I
mean,
would say so.
that's pretty damn
They just
good.
beat Sentinels on Sunset. That's pretty
They
good
look
for
they
them
look
overall,
quite
yeah.
happy. They look
That's
quite
pretty decent, man.
joyful as well, Dryad.
Yeah.
Joy.
I mean, this is definitely a different kind of energy coming into this one for sure.
It's actually super sweet to see how excited the side of TG were celebrating a lot of those rounds, a little big moments as well inside of the map. And I know that Sato, you were celebrating with them for a few rounds as well. So, what is it like for you to see this? Do you think it's just because they have no pressure anymore that they're enjoying the series?
Yeah, I think most of the times the team that has most fun wins. And clearly here 2G is having the time of their lives in a match that doesn't really dictate their future because their fate is sealed.
Yeah.
So having that freedom to just be on the server and have fun, you can show how good you really are.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. Spike has 10 first kills?
No, this guy
Bro,
is.
what?
This guy is.
Were you not watching his POV,
I mean,
man?
that's just a lot.
He was just
That's-
sliding in.
That's a lot of first kills. That's
A lot.
crazy.
Yeah,
Also, respect to Gobera, because he does a good job setting that man up for success.
Oh.
10 first kills is crazy.
Well, you know what, though? You actually talk about Spike, gives us an opportunity to talk about the Neons in this game, right? Because, I mean, fellas, Sada will talk Spike first because, I mean, the kid absolutely rinsing everyone out there. It has to be annoying to play against a guy who takes fights with such confidence like he does.
Hey, that's my brother right there. I think he's one of the best Neons in the game. I've said it to him so many times. Like, if I was ever in your team, I will let you play Neon on every single map.
What is it about his Neon that makes him so different from everyone else?
I think it's just his movement. I don't know. He plays a different game. It feels like he plays a different Valorant. Whenever you look at how he moves around and how he shoots, it's kind of like, man, I cannot do that, you know?
Yeah, hey man, I
that was
respect
kind
it.
of his thing in Brazil before joining 2G. Wasn't he kind of known as just like a
Neon.
neon one-trick demon in ranked?
Yeah, it was very painful to play against him on Neon Meta when it was so broken. This guy was very, very
Him in
annoying.
Ascension.
Yeah, that was very annoying.
demonic.
Yeah, and it's also wild too because when we were looking at the stats, we were seeing Zekin and Spike very much head-to-head in a lot of this. But then out of nowhere, Oki, like we were just seeing Spike take the game and run away with it.
Yeah, I think Zekin is more of a methodical Neon. While you compare, there's two different sides of coin, right? Spike is more like the ADHD, just jump around, makes super crazy plays. But Zach,
Two wolves inside you.
Yeah, actually, there's like two Neon players. It's like when I play Neon and Sato plays Neon, which is two different things.
That's a great
So
point, yeah.
I think Zekin is more methodical in the way he takes fights, the way he uses the kit to help himself. You know, comparing to 2G's playstyle where it's like Spike, go kill, right?
Yeah.
While Zach can be more self-sufficient and more team-oriented. It feels like, I don't know, Zach feels a lot more selfless, and maybe going on to the next map, we don't know what the comps are, but if it is another Neon Mirror, we get to see the contrasting gameplay.
Yeah, well, let's actually go and see what's going on with Coach Kaplan ahead of Matt 2. Zoe standing by.
Kaplan, heading into this match, win or lose, you knew this is going to be a very emotional affair for the other side. Now, with matches like that, do you approach it any different? Does it affect you or your prep?
I think the most important thing is to just make sure we play our game and be a good opponent to them, be a good sport to them. They're a team that are, we've had a wonderful time. They've been a really big practice partner for us all year. Them being in America has, I think, helped both of us a lot. So it is an emotional game, and we're just trying to make sure we put on a good show and just have a good game of Valorant. Yeah.
Can't wait to see what you have in store on map 2. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Left me hanging. That's rough.
To be fair, Zoe, you were very subtle with the fist bump. You know, Liz goes a little higher, right? Dan, you go a little higher, right? Sometimes.
I don't know what I do.
You just
With Dan, it's always low, unfortunately.
Okay.
No.
What do you mean by that?
No.
What do you mean by that?
Oh,
I mean,
wait a minute.
That is
It's always
crazy,
Sato or Dan.
Wyatt. That is
just-
crazy.
I mean, we
for
can
you
find
to
out
say.
right now.
Find out what exactly.
We've done it before.
Whoa,
We've done
what
it
you
before.
just suggested,
We all know
bro?
the answer. We've done it before. We all know the answer, right?
What? Tell me, what was the question and what is the answer?
5'11" versus 6 foot.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Well, let's see the upcoming map and what we have still in this series. Now, remember, for 2G, it's important to note here that, unfortunately for them, they won't be able to make it to playoffs, but to have a big performance here would be massive for them. And so far, so good. So let's see where we're going next here. But I think overall, if you are 2G in this situation, Wyatt, you're feeling like, hey, you know what? I mean, screw it. We're playing with house money. Let's see what the hell happens, right?
Yeah, Lotus isn't too bad for him. I mean, you said this, Oki, when we were watching the game. They got 3 neon maps.
3 neon maps.
So that's about all you can ask for 2G. Spike is going to be on neon again. He can just keep going crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be certainly interesting. See whether or not 2G can close this out 2-0. Can't believe that could be a thing that could happen coming out of this. But of course, Sentinels have an opportunity to be able to bounce back, force map 3. Good news is Brandon and Josh still eating their lunch over on the side, gaining their sustenance. Hopefully they'll be prepared as we get ready for map 2 after this short break. Or not, or they still have food in their mouth.
I mean, we can't see them at all because of the...
Let's get back to it then. 2G could do the funniest thing imaginable. Already up 1 map.
Yep.
1 more to go.
But
the issue is the map pool steadily is going to be getting a lot weaker for them.
It is.
As much as the desk was saying, okay, well, they got
It's a
some
neon map.
maps.
It's a neon
maps.
But you're right, they haven't had a huge amount of success here on Lotus. I mean, this hasn't been like a strong map for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that the win condition is that Spike runs around and destroys everybody like he did on Sunset. But I think on Sunset they had some decent ideas and really capitalized off the back of Sentinel's defense looking a little shaky. Whereas on this map, SEN are so good.
They're really good.
So if 2G were to 2-0 right now, not only would it be the funniest thing, it would actually be astonishing. I would
Yes,
like
yeah.
that would really knock me for 6. I thought map 1 would be competitive. I can't lie to you. I didn't think that 2G were going to be able to take it.
But they did.
But I thought it would be, you know, a decently close map, a fun watch. This
Would
one,
you, if
this
2G
one I
ended up
don't-
winning it, would
Yeah.
you be willing to wear the Wingman onesie for the entirety of our cast tomorrow?
Oh, I'd be in. Yeah, get me in that thing immediately.
Really?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sweet. Alright, settled done. So that to look forward to. Come on, 2G. Come on, 2G. Come on, 2G.
I don't think there'll be very much Gecko being played, but I'm happy to be the wingman on there. Yeah, Sentinel's defense on this map is really nicely thought through the majority of the time. They've got a setup here where Zelsis is alone over towards A, but they're quite proactive. They'll pick a timing here to open the door and re-clear over towards Mound, as they do right now, and that allows them then to get over towards the A site to try to anchor.
Yeah, and they'll have plenty of time to do this. They can stall util. Celsius getting the thorns. The shears hopped over, the two of them. So
Yeah, that's good coordination from 2G.
yeah, Spike is still going to be trailing though a little bit further behind, but it has done the job. It's stalled them out long enough for Sentinels to get some bodies in positions. The Flash already trying to flood their way all the way back in here, but Spike is in as the one to try to hold them back through the lines and through the smokes. These shots are firing off, but Sentinels are the ones that are winning it all out. The Spike planted in the midst of it, of all that chaos, but from all that chaos as well, the sound cues all over the place. Silence didn't know which way to look. LZ late to the party, late to the scene. He's got to do it at a 1v3. Smoke in your face, good discipline. He knows the angles, he knows it correct, but it's being body blocked and that's damage done. Not much more after that. Right clicks, hello, he's caught him.
He's doing
Spike
damage.
diffuser done. 6 HP, 3 more bullets. Chuck UT, oh! Here in the reload, that's Narrate, yeah. Just pushes for the punish. And even min-maxing towards the bitter end. Narrate, they're making sure that he gets that defuse.
Really nice round there from Narrate. And great timing to swing in as he went for the reload. But man, LZ was doing so much with those right clicks. Just spamming it onto where he knew the plant was positioned. There really was a chance that he could have pulled out the most unlikely of clutches. But Sentinels handled it. And that is like picture perfect of how that round is designed to work from a macro perspective from Sentinels. You know, they have that timing where they re-clear over towards B, re-clear over towards Mound, start shifting people over, flood as soon as the spike is tapped, and then people as they cycle into the site over and over, including with the Vice Flash, are going to be fairly often favoured against those post planters.
You can tell the Sentinels have been putting in the work on this map, just been watching them play throughout the stage. Ton of different looks. It's usually how you can tell the depth of a team, I think, is how often they're alternating their defensive setups without leaving any gaps.
Yeah, and they're very good at filling the gaps in terms of the way in which, like Zekan and Narrate, for example, will rotate around in order to help bang cover rubble. They're really good at picking these timings up. It's going to be difficult for 2G to find those openings. If Silence, for example, is looking to try to lurk.
Here in the sound cues though, John's going to be making sure to supplement the defense, just hanging out towards the back there. Any stragglers. Again, full awareness of the defensive setup of Zelsis, knowing where the weak points are and where they need to fill it up entirely. 2 left to stand against this one, but not for much longer. Zelsis hears it all. That's payback, I think, for making him pie.
Yeah, I think he ended map 1 with 5 kills, if I remember correctly. And, you know, already he's up to 4. So
that's so sad. Wilting Rose emoji. So sad.
Not us losing on Sunset. Wilting Rose emoji. I mean, whoever's tweet that was, that got me. That got me. But yeah, he's not likely to have a similar amount of performance here. His Vice is very good. He's very aware of how he wants to rotate his setups to make sure that they don't get punished too early on. And here on the bonus, SEN leaving that gap open in B deliberately, just so that they can take a bit of a gamble with the lighter weaponry. If 2G decide to contact or fight over towards A, SEN were ready for it. But it's 2G with better weaponry going towards B. Normally inadvisable for your ranked games.
You think about the opposite.
But in a pro environment, you know, you're anticipating that this is where SEN would leave the gap. The wall, though, isolates Spike.
Yeah, very much alone now. Trying to take the spike together. Oh, boom, body! Just gliding to the side there. Second, doesn't even let go of mouse 1. That's the full clip rip. And The spike dropped. Suddenly, a lot of biting around is going to be dissipating here. Paranoia sweeping a reclear, just catching onto the heels of LZ, and everyone's out into the open with the util in their hands. Anything to try and slow down the approach of Sentinels, but honestly, to Nord, as I say, that prize. 10 bullets left. Hold on, he's done more than enough damage, but Zelsis survives. That is his payback, isn't it?
It really is. He's already with more kills than he had in the first map, and finishing that off with a stinger of all weapons as well. Getting up to his ult for round 4. Kaplan's got a giggle with that one. They played the bonus really nicely. I mean, the flood back through to be able to take blue room, the isolation on the spike, but in a 5v3, nearly allowing Prize to rip it away from them. That lineup.
There was chances.
There definitely were.
Freeze frame. Wait, no, was that a full clip?
Yeah, that was actually him reacting.
He's so still.
He's just locked in. He learned how to deal with his tilt as a coach by meditating for 1,000 years.
Looks like it.
Double TP.
Past, yeah, trying to get past the horn angle and line, but Zekin too quick onto it. Aftershock! Stray bullets, tagging him down. 62 health, needs to get the hell out of there. Marked up on top of it. He's got some backup though, help from the rest of his team. Fast and loose is the approach from 2G, but it's not really working too well. Very individualistic. Sentinel's happy to mop it up. A lot of spam. Yeah, a lot of kills going away as well on top of it, yeah. Flawless. Sentinels have not slowed down whatsoever here. These have been a rapid approach to the rounds.
Yeah, they have. They've kept the pressure up onto 2G. They're definitely looking to try to fight them a lot more. The bonus, the only round in which they gave them a bit of side control, and even then, the wall actually isolated Spike, and so they were in a favoured position. This is very different to their defence on Sunset. But now Rifle's back, ult's online too, worth making note of. Price is up to his Nightfall, and obviously already paid attention to the fact that Zelsis got that Steel Garden so early. But looking at Ray and Zekin, only one away from theirs, so this is going to be tough. Another opportunity for Sen to snowball this defense. LZ detained by a Prowler, forced out of A, as the rest of his team default towards C.
Yeah, poking and prodding, looking to get rid of any util.
The whole point of that aggression though from Sentinels was in order to get Zekin the orb, so now they have the showstopper online. So Zekin alone can hold B. Zelsis has help from John, but frankly I think could just anchor C on his own, to be honest, with the Steel Guard. A is the only weak spot, in theory, but Zen have got two players there that are very happy to hold up aggressive. Paranoia sees plenty of opportunities to deny the lurk or the re-clear coming through behind the Viper wall.
Yeah, very aggro. Prowler and the Paranoia just to make them feel like they are retaking that A space. Sentinels though are not budging away.
It looks like a group up here to try to hit C with a Breach ultimate, so you're expecting Snakebite to come out here to defend from John, Steel Garden probably to be ripped from Zelsis, and then Zekin can always come through as a flood defender with the showstopper if needed. It is going to be tough.
As long as he can use the Snakebite now finally, but the odds are let loose. There it is. Bit of a misplay though, ends up going over towards Waterfall with the Thorns detted to slow it all down. Gonna see how the retake is tested, but maybe even a chance to flood back in here. Steel Garden slows it all down. There's 15 seconds left to roll in front of the push up back. This is 2G fighting back, trying to punch their way and take it all the way to the back of the side, but the Raiders holding it all the way down. Showstopper even expended. It's every tool at their disposal. The war chest is empty for Sentinels, but at the cost they were looking for, really, they get the reward on top of it. That's a 5th round built up. All momentum is being stunted away from this 2G squad.
Really good ultimate usage there from Sen. Avoided the fade ult that led from Prize, and then Steel Garden instantly, at that point the clock was against 2G. I mean, even if all of those kills had not come through, even if the defense, for the retake, the showstopper, even if that all hadn't found value, I simply don't think there was even time on the clock for 2G to be able to work with. And now they're knocked down onto another eco. The only saving grace, the only silver lining is that they expended 2 massive ultimates from Sen, but they used 2 of their own as well, so it's not even really that good for them. This is a very different beginning to the one that we saw on Sunset that had 2G keeping, rough pace with Sentinels. They were behind in the first half, but never by more than, 3 rounds, something like that. Now they're 5 behind, likely to go down 0-6. They need a hero.
Makes a big difference, I suppose, when Sentinels are on a much more comfortable map. Because they've been playing a pretty perfect macro game.
Yeah.
I mean, I give credit to 2G as well. They've been trying to work the map enough. It's not like they've just been AFK waiting to try and brute force into sites.
No, they've been trying.
With that hit, they tried to just send out the haunt early. Just the haunt to try and pull out a snake bite. Make the eventual hit a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Like the little, the dance that these teams commit to.
Yes, and they'd also tried to take rebel control back away from Narrate and
make it feel like it couldn't, it's not totally landing over towards C.
But unfortunately, they weren't able to push back Bang and Narrate. So I think that level of their macro game, I mean, certainly they were attempting to, but they lost that skirmish.
Oh, now Zekken, hold on. Highlighted. 8 rebounds there. Stun off the floor, doesn't quite connect to the angle he was looking for, and Zelters and Zekken are deleting the opposition. Meanwhile, fight taken over towards A, Rubble. Fake with a TP, Bang finally commits to it now, wants to try and get the exit, but the curtains have dropped. And meanwhile, doors opened up. This fight's happening on every single front. Zekken is walkabout in their spawn with a spike drop down. 2G are being collapsed upon.
Yeah, Zekken's got full access to this spike as well. Silence thinking about it. Goes for the wide swing and hits Celsius through the wall there. Manages to retrieve the spike, so a winnable opportunity. LZ with ult as well, but deciding not to invest it for spike retrieval, possibly. Could it be a tool to make a play in this round?
Sentinels drifting back into more defensive positions. They don't want to give away their lives unnecessarily.
But they have such good information over towards C here.
Yeah.
The Viper Wall and the Thorns still to defend B. It's only A that they're playing softly. That's where 2G are leaving.
30 seconds left.
The clock, again, going to be a bit of a problem here. And these Thorns can just be deaded on a timer, right? You don't even have to hear anything. Zelsis can just pop these with, something like, well, I mean, even now with...
Yep,
he's gonna pop it based off the Vice Flash there.
Yeah, they don't even make a play for it.
But that's cooked.
As soon as they hear
10 seconds
spotted out by the flash, Thorns go up, and now the timer is going to be dwindling down. This is 6 rounds now in a row for Sentinels. Keeping it going forwards here, 2G. Yeah, it's really starting to see the difference, I think, in terms of maps.
But that in itself is a little surprising, I think. I mean, obviously there is a big difference in maps when it comes to 2G, and we know that. But the form of SEN has looked so good. Like we said, 7 maps in a row, looking like the best team in the group, possibly the best team in Americas. And yet, there does actually seem to be quite a large gap between their comfort on Sunset and Lotus. You are looking for Sunset somewhere towards the bottom of SEN's map pool, and Lotus probably the top in the current map pool. Though I'd have to fact check that one, but yeah, I think for SEN fans who are excited about them, going on to playoffs, potentially winning this stage, that kind of thing, Sunset's definitely got to be taken a look at, because it used to be an amazing map for SEN.
It did, yeah. The retakes, very good. It was really a mainstay in the pool. So A Rubble reclear from 2G. Now blinded up, TP towards the top, sees. Round to the side here, but a lot of util being used for a whole lot of gain. The rate's got to hop out of there with the wall falling down. Didn't want to be taken out into the open.
Fatal is going to be very helpful for Narrate to be able to anchor this site with Bang. Narrate getting active, moving around over towards stairs too, so that you can support B if there is a pivot in that direction.
Was opened. Haunt and a flash in through blue room. Looking for B. Oh, it's a full stick, John! He was just hiding, lying in wait. Off around the corner. Instantly pops around for the punish. Sentinel's fully happy to let them get that plan off. Nothing preemptive, it's all purposeful from them. See it tight to the corner, tucked. There's a lot of bullets raining down onto them. That's a stun and a refight. Called for by 2G to no avail.
It's a nice idea, but Zekken dodged it.
Yeah, Nade's going to be rebounding too. It's going to be pushing these players out into the open. Just dissecting them. Surgical precision, the way to SEN and just moving around the map. Every single retake they've done so far.
There's a lot of pressure on 2G, even as they go for the plant. It's not just free sites and anything you like in the post plant. There's constant harassment. SEN with full control over the retake areas of the map, so they have full bodies in heaven. They have bodies over towards waterfall as well. Here, obviously, this is a rough one. John in spawn looking for the rotate because he realized that the B hit was coming through, and that's kind of just straight on his line of pathing. A little bold there from LZ, a little ambitious.
Throwing anything at the rounds now, I think, just to try and get that first one on the board.
Yeah, big old goose egg for 2G.
Yeah. Like this pit makes the overall macro defense of Sentinels that much easier.
But it's actually going to be the A players who are tested.
There's a stun. Paranoia is going to be used in response to it. Just an equal exchange and a rate. It's just fire over the shoulder. Pumps out, connects the bullets, claims the kill. And everybody backs up again into more passive, safe positions. And the rate is always trying to be active. Sends out the Prowler forwards once more. Doors opened up here.
Prowler used for tree, which means nothing to clear this smoke.
It's a jutting smoke though. Bang is tied to the corner. You have to hard clear him into that spot with the Ray trying to help out. Doubled up. Everybody backing up into the smoke. They realise they've given up to the side here. It's contact called for by 2G. Creeping up, looking for picks. Anything that can put them into an advantage situation, but now just committing into the plan. Still a player down. They've got to make a play and they know it, but so do SEN. That's why you're seeing them play further back. Boombot, tight with the movement. Seconds clean with it. Satchel to disengage, back himself out. Lovely shot. Prize. He's found it, claimed it. 4v4, but there's what that Nightfall was waiting for. Saving it for the rainy day that is today. Tuck close. Gomera, he's spotted out. Yeah, just that horn wasn't dealt with in time, and now it's all fallen to pieces. 2 left to stand against it. 2G, Silence, and LZ. Smoked off onto one of the avenues. Silence is going to have to be that playmaker. Good damage done. Shots to the dome. LZ, this is just straight shots into the dark, and time ticking against them. 2G have found it. A light in the darkness, a chance to get that round on the board. They've done it. Finally, broken the goose egg. Made an omelette out of it. Don't know where I'm going with that.
Scrambled Sentinels. LZ got 2 kills there just based off minimap, I think. I mean, he sees them from his teammate's perspective. I think it was Silence who was alive towards the end there as well. So Silence is kind of like holding the cross, holding the contact, and LZ's just spamming. Take a look at it here. And they're very clean kills. He doesn't have to expend too much of his clip. They die very quickly. It's a nice one on the board. 2G mixing things up as well, contacting into A, trying to make it a little more difficult for SEN to figure out the timings. And here, going for a B default, which is not a common one.
Second, just crouch down. Unorthodox angle.
Yeah.
Not really going to be clearing that.
I mean, on top of that little box is a pretty common off angle, but this high-low setup, even if you were hard clear in the off angle, you're likely to get caught by Narrate and Zekken here.
There's one part to the side. Walls up though, just from the high wall that was thrown out, spike over towards A.
Yeah, now that Bang has had to retreat a little, one of these B players is going to have to fall off and go and reinforce A, I think. Although Bang is not calling for reinforcements just yet. They're worried with the door being open that it is going to be a B pivot, but now both of the duo, Zekken and Narrate, both coming back over towards the A side and leaving B very empty.
Very open. Smoked off though, looks like 2G they want to commit into A, and unfortunately that is where the bodies are starting to stack and lie. Drifting in and out there with the rifles in hands. Bang! Delivers! It's death blow after death blow, but from the side, Spike is absolutely wrecking them. Overdrive was let loose, unleashed in his hands, and he has cracked open a sight for them indeed.
Took him a while to get online, but here he is. The Spike that we saw on Sunset, giving his team a player advantage post-plant. And SEN without good tools to be able to get in here either.
Celsius and John QT drifted in to try and play this retake, but as you mentioned, no good tools. It all comes down to the gunfights and the gunplay in their hands. John did find the one, but Gobera made sure to punish. Celsius out of the picture. It's all on to the IGL shoulders. He's looking on either way. There are many outs now for 2G to play this one. Creeping forwards. It's all being caught in time there. So a second round here for 2G. That's what you need to start doing, building them up one at a time. That's what it takes.
And this was a round where Sentinels actually had the stack on A as well. Bang even getting the first 2, so this ended up being a 3v5 conversion. With Spike running in there, getting 2, and Gobera trading out a 3rd. In fact, picking up all of the other 3. Those are the 2 players that were struggling in this game. Gobera was sat at a goose egg of his own. Those were his first 3 kills in the entire map. And Spike, you know, you can see it for yourself on the scoreboard there, wasn't activated at all until round 9.
Keep it a horn. No pushback.
I mean, Gobert just
hold on, fight to be taken, the race forwards! And claiming their lives, man. He's just isolated, pushed back by that util. It doesn't even matter that he's alone.
He must love these kind of rounds where he's allowed to go and make the play because they're at an alt disadvantage. Just decides to go for the skill check, and he comes out on top. Rolls the nat 20.
Yeah, a lot of bodies as well stacking from SEN. This A site is reinforced, ready to push back.
I mean, this whole round is just supposed to be a reach on into Viper ult kind of combo, but that is all going to have to wait for round 11.
Yeah.
This is a GG go next, and also hope that you don't give Zekken his ultimate. Because
taking the fights.
Die to anybody else, Silence. Die to anybody else.
Push back.
Don't die to that lane.
Okay. Well, Zekken's now one away.
Yeah, and they'll probably... I mean, this might actually be good for 2G, because if you think about what the Sentinels did last time Zekken was one away from an ult, they fought really heavy over towards Rubble. They triple stacked over towards Rubble, they fought it, and then Zekken picked up the ult ult. So if you're trying to think about how do we win this eco round, I'd say go for a fast C hit off rip.
Yeah.
And if you see, I mean, or maybe just go and take some mount control, and if you see that Zekken has picked up an ult orb, you know that they've stacked A, and you can just send breach ult and try to win the round from there with the pit. I mean, that is a legitimate thing that you could go for. That hard read. That's actually me yapping.
And meanwhile,
okay,
we're
well,
late to the party with that one here. Spike has been deleted. Your chances.
They did the strat that I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
They fought heavy over towards Rubble. They picked up the ult orb.
They're being met though, aren't they?
If they'd gone for mount control, they would have had it.
Could have had it. Sentinels though are ready, waiting with the rifles. And now just two players. It's LZ and Gobert.
One enemy remaining.
And they're just going to be falling, aren't they? Not too much of a chance here.
I'm just giggling at Zekken saying yap after I was yapping.
Yep, you were. Nice one from LZ. Yeah, he's going to need a bit more than that.
4 of them,
perhaps. 5 bullets left. He can miss 1 shot.
That's generous. Thank you, sir. I don't see... I mean, he's got the Omen ult as well. He could...
round 11.
Could try to pick one up.
Let him cook.
30 seconds though.
Yeah.
And I don't really see it happening.
The right angle and positioning, look at it. It just made it so damn awkward. Really baited out of shots. Don't worry, you could have missed that bullet, but yeah, couldn't miss the rest of them.
The really unfortunate part about this as well, from an ult perspective, is that 2G on round 9 had an opportunity for a slam dunk breach ult into Viper ult round. And now, because they missed their opportunity, and didn't use it on the eco either, they're going to try to do that same ult combo here, but they're going to be against a showstopper. So, Zekken... he could really stick in the craw of what 2G are trying to put together if he can position himself in the right place at the right time.
That's tough work. 2G just waiting it out, seeing what kind of presence is over towards the A Rebel fight. They're going to contact up behind it.
Bang opening the door, trying to make it feel like there's more players here than there actually are.
Slowly and steadily walking up here. Sentinels... they're not fighting aggro for Mound or even having a presence over towards B main, so when they got the 2 players, Nightfall scatters out. It's going to be getting that connection onto Bang. So he is going to be pushed back and away. The trails point out exactly the direction he's moving in here. It will be the pit down into the post, so playing retake into this one can be tricky.
Where's the plant going?
I don't know.
We definitely want to be planting.
Yeah, we're going to be getting that one a little bit fast. The showstopper's out into Zekken's hands. Bullets already being fired off. Rattled off. Spike's going to be gone. That's a rolling thunder. It's all going to be used to try and collapse onto them. But Sentinel's already into the site, paving away to victory here. And inside this pit, it must stay up. If it goes down, the chances of the round win go down with it. Straight shots, straight bullets, and the rifle fire is absolutely picking them apart now. Triple push all the way together now with the discipline. It's clinical work from Sentinels. 10-2 is the half.
Yeah,
that's messy.
That was messy. The final round there was messy from 2G. They definitely needed to get the... I don't know why they were thinking about planting outside of the pit. I mean, that's a mad situation. Maybe they were supposed to pit in a different spot.
The pit didn't stretch into tree.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
I mean, maybe they had a protocol for a different pit and they just got confused in the moment, but reality was that that delay just allowed SEN all the time they needed.
And SEN are feeling it. It's a 10-2 half after that one.
Very different to Sunset.
Yeah, heated up now and really feeling like they're in top prime form, top of the group. Looking to see if they can cement themselves there now as we move on to the second half.